Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Why Are You an Entrepreneur, the weekly LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook Live series. I'm Maureen Edwards. I'm the founder of 8 Simple Steps, and I'm all about taking the hard out of entrepreneurship, eliminating the mistakes, the fear, and the complexity of building a business so you can thrive and enjoy the journey along the way. And you know what this is all about. And if you don't, turning into the replay, this is all about bringing you rock star entrepreneurs who are making it happen out there, regardless of what stage they're at in their journey. And they're here to bring you some words of wisdom, some inspiration. And I'll tell you, some great best practices come out of this. And so tonight, again, another rock star, and I'm super excited about this one because there's a really cool backstory that I can't wait to get into with you. So I have the CEO and founder of 7 Essentials and Styles by Emelia Johnson. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Maureen.
Well, I always start with the first question. Why are you an entrepreneur? Can you share the journey of how you got here?
Oh my.
Yeah.
So I decided, because I'm not very good with authority. So I decided I needed a job. I had 4 children and I was a single parent. So I thought about it. I said, what is it I can go into that I don't have someone that's over me all the time? So I always get compliment about my hair. So I said, well, maybe I should do beauty school. So I did that and opened my own salon. And now I'm doing 7 Essentials. But the main reason was because I knew that I needed some money, and I need it now because I have this 4 children. So I needed to do something that was quick. So that's why I went into the hair business.
So did you start your own salon and take that risk to not work for somebody else, but open your
Yes.
own?
Yes. And
Oh,
that was tough because I had no idea. Some people, you ask them, well, how long have you been doing hair? They'll tell you, oh, since I was 11. That was not my story. I learned hair, and I found out that my passion was in color and cutting. And so I wanted to I was very nervous about it when I started working for myself, because at first I worked with corporate salons. So
mm.
when I opened my own, and I really didn't have a client base, so now I have the overheads, and I'm wondering, I'm trying to build. I didn't understand the language and the culture of the business, so that was a process, a very nervous process.
So you had some corporate background, and I don't know about you, but I think it's much easier in a lot of ways to just get a
Mhm.
paycheck and work for somebody else
Yeah.
because it's much more rewarding working for
Hmm.
yourself. But
Hmm.
what have you found to be the greatest challenge in entrepreneurship?
Ooh, and it's still a challenge now, is not knowing what's going to happen from month to month. Actually, you're always building. I
Yeah.
remember a lady told me years ago, she said, Amelia, you will always be looking for new clients. And
Yeah.
I didn't understand that because my book is full and I have my clients. So I don't understand. I'm good, but as the years went on, I understood what she was saying, because people move, people choose to go somewhere else, whatever the case may be, so you're always working on your business.
Yeah.
Always. There's no break. It's a difference between, just clocking in, doing the job, you get a guaranteed paycheck, but
Yeah.
not with when you're running your own thing.
So were you in your own business when COVID hit, or
Yes.
you were? How
Oh
did
God.
you overcome COVID? Because I ask a lot of small business owners because you're still here.
Yes.
So you must have done something right. What happened?
Oh, Maureen. Oh my God. Okay, so when COVID hit, it was it was just unbelievable to me what was going on in the beginning. And then when they said that we had to shut down and we couldn't work, and if if they caught you in your salon working, you had to pay a fine. So it was just this whole big craziness happening. And I was like, what am I going to do? This is like a month of shutting down.
Yeah.
So one of my clients called me and asked me to come to her house to do her hair. So I'm like, oh, coronavirus is going on, And so I said, you know what? I went to the salon. I got all my equipment, put it in a bag, everything that I needed, put on the mask, went to her house. And I went to each and every one of my clients' house that requested for me to do their hair for the month that we were shut down.
Good for you. What a way to pivot and keep
Yeah.
your current client base. And people during COVID, when they focused on the people who love them
Mm-hmm.
and worked with them, they're the ones who stayed in business instead of the people going, all right, let me reach out to this person who doesn't
Mm-hmm.
even know me. Let me do lead gen over here, that sort of thing. You
Mm-hmm.
stuck to who you knew, like, right? You weren't
Exactly.
prospecting, no prospecting.
It's
Right?
important to build a relationship with your clients or your customers. That is just important to get to know them. Sometimes I go out to lunch with some of my clients. It's a relationship.
Yeah.
And when you build a relationship, the loyalty is there, but you can't build a relationship with everybody.
Right.
But certain people, they're there, and going to be there. I've had clients that's been with me for 15 years.
I've been with my hairdresser for 22.
Yeah.
I would
So
never leave him. And he's like family now.
it's a relationship, yeah, that you
Yeah.
nurture. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. Yeah.
So, for all of you small business owners out there, listen to what she's saying. You have got to nurture your partnerships, your relationships. And
Exactly.
and that's your brand, though. This is brand loyalty. It's
Mm-hmm.
knowing you, liking you, trusting you, and then being loyal to you. And then they go
Mm-hmm.
and advocate for you. So I'm wondering,
Exactly.
what is your marketing like? Like, how do you reach new customers? Or do you just, is it all about word of mouth?
It's word of mouth now. In the beginning, I did a lot of advertisement. It really didn't work. So it was building the relationship with the clients that I already had. It's what I figured out that's what worked. So it wasn't so much I'm giving away a haircut with a color, or here go 15% off coupon. That's not what it was. It's taking care of the clients that I had now, and they brought me more clients. And somebody can refer a client to me, and the person that referred the client didn't stay, but the referred client stayed. So it's
You know what? Like you said, people move in, people want
yeah.
to change, it whatever. But you're right. You do have to keep, nurturing outside of
Yeah.
it. But it sounds like you kind of have your own secret sauce here where it is relationship building. And I can
Yeah.
see you just have such a nice personality. Um,
Thank you.
so tell me a little bit about how 7 Essentials skincare started. I'm
Ooh.
curious about this because I met you. All right, everybody, here we're going to say our relationship started on a Facebook group. Woohoo.
Right.
Who knew Facebook had any value these days, right? Of course you do, Facebook.
Uh-huh.
So for anybody out there in groups, this is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was learning about your business. I think we were chatting with a whole group of people, and
Mm-hmm.
this
The
business
thread went on for like 5 days.
did. I don't even remember what you asked. I think you had a business question about, I don't even remember. Did
Yeah,
you?
I said I just launched my website and I wasn't getting any
That's
orders
right.
yet. What was I doing wrong? And that went on for 5 days.
Well, that is Facebook. People have an
Yeah.
opinion, right? So tell me a little bit about how this started.
Um, I had recently separated from my husband, and now I'm on my own. So I what I needed to do, I was trying to figure out. I needed a new passion because the hair thing I've done, I'm doing, I've got that, down pat. It basically just runs itself. So my prayer was I needed a fresh goal, a fresh passion, something else to kind of drive me, to keep
Yeah.
me going basically. And I was online. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning one day, and I'm just buying things. Click, 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 click. You know, and I said, and I went on a site that was I think she made body butters, and I'm looking at it. I'm studying the business of it. I'm going on different pages, and then I stumble into a formulation page, natural skincare formulation page. So I'm reading through it, and I'm like, I can do this. Because I'm into organic. I'm into clean eating. I'm into herbs. I'm originally from Gambia. I'm into oil. So those are the things that I was already a part of my life. So for me to formulate a product, I'm like, I can do this. Now this was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm looking, I'm like, I can do this. So I started with the hair oil. And the hair oil I started about 4 years ago. And every time I made a batch, it always sold out in the salon. But I never stayed consistent with it because it was just something I was just playing around with. Wasn't really serious about it. So I said, I'm going to relaunch the hair oil, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit. So I read more about infusing oils with natural herbs and flowers, and the benefits of it and the properties of it. So I said, okay, so I already have my formula for the oil. So if I add some roses, some rose petals, lavender flower, all the properties from that soaked in the oil would even be better for the hair. So I did it. And it was just a beautiful product, the flowers in the oil, and it actually worked because the essential oils that I use, it worked. People love the oil. So I'm selling out of the oil, right? So the next thing I know, I was like, well, you know, maybe I could do a body butter. Let me try doing a body butter. So I'm in the kitchen. I ordered all these different organic exotic butters, and I'm excited about it. And I'm, in my place, and I'm just, have my music going, and I'm perfecting the recipe, the formulation, throwing batches away, frustrated, and when I finally got the perfect formulation, it was victory, and then people were buying it. They loved the scent. I got into different scents and the tones, the undertones of scents and all of that, So now I have 5 different scents, and the butters are just, people love it. Love
Wow.
it. Smooth, creamy, and it actually works.
This is so impressive because my first company, I invented a pet product. Basically, same thing. You're
Mhm,
inventing something. It
mhm,
is the hardest company to start
mhm.
because it's a product and you're manufacturing it, and
Yeah.
there's so many more moving parts to it, like
Yes.
packaging,
Yes.
manufacturing, all your cost of goods that go into it. It's
Yes.
not like it's not like
Yes.
putting a shingle up with coaching. I'm not saying that's not hard. Totally different animal though.
Yes. And girl, let me tell you. So even my daughter, I remember I went into this panic mode because I looked up and I had all these boxes from China, from natural herbs from everywhere, just boxes of products and bottles and jars and butters and oils and just everything. And I'm like, oh my God, and I don't know what I'm doing. I've done, I've invested all this money into something that I don't know what I'm doing. So it sent, I was in panic. Is this gonna take off? What am I doing? So I couldn't quit because I've already invested into it. So I had to keep going, so that kept me up a lot of nights. And I just, I took an essential oil class online. I took a formulation class online. I studied it, I learned it, I practiced, and I perfected it with a lot of wasteful
Oh,
batches.
let me tell you, I couldn't even sew a button yet. I started a sewing company. Like, what? Who does that? Right? I didn't even own a sewing machine. I had to have a friend come in, but you have the idea, you have the vision.
The vision.
That's what it is. And entrepreneurship is about vision. We are visionaries.
Exactly. And I remember my daughter telling me, I was like just down one day. I said, oh gosh, I said, it's not coming out right. The texture is not right. And she was like, Mama, it's fine. It's fine. At least it's not something she said, but it's fine. People will buy it. I said, no, that's not what I see. That's not what I see. It's not coming out with what I see in my head. So when I finally got it, that moment that I got it, and I'm looking at it and I'm feeling it and I'm smelling it, and it's just gliding on my skin. I said, this is it. I got it.
You know it when it's good. You know it when it's
Exactly.
bad, but you also know it when it's good. And when it's good, it is like this, this is the triumph. That's what this is all about. It's trials, it's triumphs, and you're sharing both. And that's
Yeah.
what's important here for people, that you hit a lot of bumps. I
Yeah.
hit a million bumps, but you kept
Exactly.
going and you kept pivoting and you kept working at it
Yeah.
because you knew you had something. You just weren't quite
Exactly.
there.
Exactly. And I remember the healing balm that I created. Um, I studied the butters. So I used two different exotic butters in it, and some other ingredients. And I knew even the oil that I chose, every ingredient in it was effective. So, in the beginning, when you tell people that, oh, I made this, they're like, oh,
They're
okay,
like, yeah,
whatever.
in her
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah,
Like,
like some concoction you put together. People
exactly.
don't respect it until, so when different people tried it, it was like, oh my God, it works. It helped me with my inflammation. It helped me with my sore muscle. It helped me with my arthritis. And I was like, yeah, I know. But you have to believe in yourself before other people believe in you.
Okay, everybody, did you hear what she said?
Mhm.
Because there will be a lot of naysayers out there. There'll be a
Yeah.
lot of critics.
Hmm.
There'll people, and I think it's because they don't understand what you do,
Right.
right? They don't understand entrepreneurship, and
Hmm.
truly, you have to be very courageous to do it.
Yeah,
And those are
absolutely. It
people,
takes courage.
and those are people who won't
Hmm.
do it. They just won't. And
Yeah.
but yet they all want to tell you how to do it.
Exactly. It
That's
really
funny.
do. It takes courage because in the beginning of a thing, you see the vision and you believe in what you're doing. So now you have to convince other people that what you're doing will work.
Yeah.
People don't believe in you in the beginning. It's like, you know, yeah, we'll see. And you really have to show them, you know, this is real. This is a real thing.
And I think, like I said, they don't know what they don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
you just got to go,
Right.
okay. But that's why I think entrepreneurs need to surround themselves with other entrepreneurs who
Mm-hmm.
understand the journey. They know what you're
Mm-hmm.
going through.
Right.
And it can be very isolating because you have people who don't understand what you do. And so you've got to have a support system. You've got to have other people who understand.
That is
Um,
so
yeah.
absolutely true. That
And I
is.
say to people, like, we met on a Facebook group for
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneurs. And I said, even if that's all you have,
Mm-hmm.
those are people who are sharing very similar experiences, issues that they're
Mm-hmm.
overcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Find something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find
And what
something.
I had to do, Maureen, was I had to, my focus was so relentless because I couldn't turn back. I've put in all of this work into it. I could not quit. I wanted to quit so many times, but I just could. You don't quit, Amelia. That's not what you do. You see it all the way through. So it was lonely. Um, I had to I really had to shut out everything and just focus on what I was trying to accomplish. So, what I did every morning, the first thing I did when I wake up is go on YouTube and put in a motivational video and just listen to that while I'm getting ready for work. I listen to it all throughout the day. When I come home from work, when I'm practicing on my formulation, my mind just had to zone into what I was doing. I didn't see anything else when my children was talking. I don't hear it. I don't see it. I'm focused, because
Yeah.
that's what you have to do when you're trying to accomplish something that nobody believes in yet but so it was lonely.
I think
It
that's
was, yeah.
really good advice, though. And we always say
Mhm.
for people to get a motivational app, or you went on
Yes,
YouTube.
it's important.
It's stressful to be an
Hmm.
entrepreneur, and that's a good way to stay focused and, keep the stress at bay, is really
Yeah.
what you're doing. Um,
Hmm.
so tell me what you feel has been your greatest success so far in, well, we already know your hair salon is incredibly successful.
Hmm.
But what do you feel is your greatest success right now with 7 Essentials?
Ah, that I didn't quit.
Okay.
That, to me, that's the biggest thing. I didn't quit, and now I'm seeing the results of my hard work. It didn't happen overnight, but it also happened quickly, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, my sales are better.
Good.
People are paying attention now,
Good.
because in the beginning it was okay, so but now people are actually paying attention and they're respecting it, is what I'm saying. Hmm.
And they will respect trust,
Hmm.
authenticity, and when they try a product, they will trust the product. It's like, "Ooh,
Hmm.
okay, this is a good brand." So where do you find the best marketing places for your business? What have you had success with that other people may be able to use?
um TikTok videos.
Okay. So you
TikTok videos have been helpful. um when people share my posts, that's helpful. And I have to constantly post. I notice, because every time when I stop posting, no order. When I start posting on a regular basis, then I get orders. So it's a consistent thing, So I read somewhere that, if you're doing an online business, that you at least need to post 4 times a day. So I just keep the product. I keep the product in their face.
I have not heard that, because when do you get anything else done, right?
Right.
When do you
Right.
really work?
So I'm still new with the online business thing, and so the products are formulated. They're good products. Now the part that I'm in is the marketing part of it. You know, Reaching the people that I want to reach. Now this phase two of it. So this is where I am.
Okay, so branding and marketing are two different things. You start with branding and then you go
Learning
to
that.
marketing. How would
Yeah.
you describe your brand?
Ooh.
Yeah, you thought this was going to be
nature.
easy tonight, right?
Yeah, nature, luxury, self-care, self-love. Um, and I know it's broad, but my intention was when I started it was taking care of yourself, because we do a lot as women. We're wives, mothers, we have careers, we're taking care of everybody. So it's important to take care of yourself. So that little piece of joy with the scent of a product, the way it feels on you, that's taking care of yourself, So um but I wanted it to be nature collides with luxury.
I
That's
I
the
get
brand.
it. There you go. There you go. So, tell me a little bit about your backstory, because I kind of look at you as the full American dream out there for people,
Mhm,
just based on where you were born, where you grew up. So,
mhm.
can you share a little bit about that? Because that is part of your journey. So,
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of my strength and determination. I'm originally from West Africa. I was born in Gambia,
okay.
but raised in Nigeria. I came to the United States when I was 11, and you know, different foster homes, and was adopted, um, and bad relationship, bad marriages, single parenting, and but I knew that I wanted more out of it. It was just in me that I could do more, I could be more, and I wanted more. you know I didn't have the luxury of get sent off to college and get a degree, and mama and dad pay your tuition and your car note, and all. I didn't have that luxury. So my struggle was everything that I came against. I always knew it was more in me. you know Whatever my situation was, I came from food stamps, I came from Section 8, I came from Medicaid. That was my early beginnings. But I always knew life had to be better than this. And the only way that I was going to make it happen is that I had to believe in myself. And it wasn't easy, because I challenge myself, and I do things that are hard. But when I'm doing something, I always go to the extreme. I remember my ex-husband one time told me, he said, "You don't want the apple that's on the lower branch. You always want the apple that's way up on the top of the tree." And I looked at that. That is my personality. If you tell me that I can't do something, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it well, because you thought that I couldn't do it. So it was me against me, all throughout my life. So I just was not gonna quit. I was not going to quit. On my Facebook page, my cover photo said, "Don't forget the life that you promised yourself." Today's my birthday. I'm 50 today.
I did want to say
Yeah,
happy birthday, because I did see that across
yeah,
Facebook, and you're
right.
50 today. Oh
I'm
my gosh,
50
such
today,
a
and
big one.
yes, and I'm sitting here with you doing this interview about 7 essentials. So I believe my faith is strong, and I'm just not gonna stop. Nothing. I mean, there's no excuse. People I can come up with 1,000 excuses. Oh, I was brought to America and left and abandoned. Oh, I just didn't have any education. Oh, I just could just go on and on with reasons why I'm not living the life that I want, or I don't have the life that I want. But there's no excuse, because it's up to me. It's my choice every day when I wake up to build the life that I want, because the opportunity is there.
It's totally there, Emelia. I love what you're saying, because you are an entrepreneur. Exactly the the personality, the persistence, the resilience. You don't want any regret. You're okay with
Mhm.
fear, but you want no regret. And I
Mhm.
admire this. And you truly are, I think, a born entrepreneur. I think this was in you from the beginning.
Mhm.
And I think you're totally in the right place. So,
Thank you. Girl power. Thank you.
absolutely. So, tell me where people can purchase Seven Essentials. Let everybody know where can
Yeah,
they
so my
begin.
website is sevenessentialsorganic.com.
Okay,
And first order you get 15% off.
okay,
Um Local orders I can deliver it, and or either they can pick it up in my salon. So but most of the time I just, I boxed it up real pretty, this beautiful pink box, and I have a little a poster with a nice quote on it about self-care. So it's beautiful. When you get it, you feel like you're getting a gift.
oh, this is
Hmm.
wonderful. Well, I have absolutely loved this conversation. I'm so glad we connected. And will you come back?
Yes, I will. And we
Good.
need to stay in touch because I need you.
Well, I hope that we will because I'm here for you.
Okay.
And I'm here for all of you small business owners out there
Yes.
who do find that starting a business is really overwhelming and you're not quite
Mm-hmm.
sure where to go. And I keep
Mm-hmm.
telling people you'll never build a successful, sustainable business if you keep Googling and YouTubing your way through it. Find people.
Frustrating.
Yep.
Yeah,
Find people who can help you. You'll have a much faster upstart instead of spinning your wheels. So
I
if you need
agree.
me, you can go to 8simplesteps.net and please reach out. Let me know if you need anything. And just to let you know, if you are interested, like having this conversation every week, we are here. And if you're a rock star entrepreneur, and I guarantee you are, because if you're doing it,
Mm-hmm.
you took the risk, you got the
Mm-hmm.
courage, you are a rock star. So
Absolutely.
next week is Thanksgiving holiday, so we will be taking a little bit of a break, but after that I will have the amazing Jessie Hernandez
Mm-hmm.
joining us. So, all right everybody, we are just about done. Have a great night, and Emelia, thank you again for
You're
being amazing.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Good night everybody.